Joining us now is South Florida attorney Curtis Hunter, who's with Becker and Poliakoff. One of his specialties is complex corporate tax matters. And this is kind of complex stuff here, especially because we don't really even know the details, the nitty-gritty of what the president's proposing, right?
Yes, that'll be, hopefully coming soon.
So can we make a judgment about whether this is a good thing, whether this is going to help the middle class, as he says it will, without knowing the details?
I think we can. Again, it's a framework for what's to come. I think the proposals that I've read and that I've looked through benefit, any tax reform will benefit the wealthy, but it's also going to benefit the middle class as well.
All right, we do have some details. We know that the president wants to reduce the current number of brackets from 7 to 3.
Correct.
He wants the top tax rate to be 35%. A lot of people say, yeah, this is going to help everybody in all tax brackets, but it's especially going to help the wealthiest Americans. Is that true in your opinion?
It's true. I've seen the number 25% and 35%. I think tonight's speech he gave, he said 35%. What I've seen before that was 25%. So he's real big on saying there's 4 tax brackets now. He likes to refer to the 0%
as a tax bracket,
right, which he refers to the existing 8 now, which also is a 0%. So it's going to reduce the tax rate for all taxpayers, not just the wealthy. It'll benefit the middle class as well. You have the child care credit will also be increased, and he's going to extend or increase the income level to make that available to more households.
So the Democrats are saying the tax plan would raise the federal income tax rate for the country's lowest earners while lowering it for the wealthiest.
That's not the way I read it. No. It's right now the way the plan is proposed that there'd be no taxes owed for somebody making $25,000 or less, individuals, $50,000 as a married couple. So if they're making below that threshold, there's no tax at all. Right now, the tax bracket is 10% for individuals making up to $10,000.
The Republican orthodoxy when it comes to taxes has for years been, what has sometimes been criticized and called trickle-down economics. The idea that if you cut taxes for the wealthiest in the country, those who create jobs and who give people jobs, that money will trickle down to the middle class.
Right.
But if you look at the numbers, there really isn't a whole lot of evidence to back that up. So why is this, again, the GOP plan to try to help the middle class by really cutting taxes on those who really don't need it? I mean, even Bob Kraft, who's the owner of the Patriots and a very close friend of the president's, the president talked about him today at this rally in Pennsylvania, saying Bob Kraft said, don't give us the tax cut, give it to the middle class.
Right. I disagree somewhat, and there's no proof or anything in the past that's happened. The 2 biggest tax cuts we've had in U.S. history has been under President Kennedy and President Reagan. What a lot of individuals don't know in that President Kennedy's tax cut, both tax cuts, the gross domestic product increased. And surprisingly, the taxable revenue for the government almost doubled under both tax cuts.
Well, there's also a concern that this is going to increase the national debt by $7 trillion, according to one report, over a decade. That's got to be a huge concern.
It is. Based on the history, though, of how tax cuts have actually generated more revenue for the government, plays into it as well. I think with President Trump's repatriation of revenue back from overseas with big corporate conglomerates moving business and the revenues are staying overseas, repatriating that, bringing it back here will also help neutralize the net effect on the revenue.
All right, Curtis Hunter with Becker and Poliakoff here in South Florida. Thank you very much for joining us.
Nice to meet you.